fast as he can, and if they're not careful, they'll lose the stack here as well. Snapfire doing everything she can to put the pain onto the bear, but the bear is stunned, and down he goes! Beautiful play from Huncho. This Sven's lurking on the sideline. Takes a whole bunch of damage. Stun, bash, 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 down he goes, and the Clinks caught in the corner of his fest, the Snapfire as well. Axe is in, trying to get that Ursa to punch him, but they got the Yules now, and Axe becomes a whole lot more useless once that Yules goes off. Sand King blinking in, he pops his ult, and is doing a huge amount of damage to Ursa. Ghost hits him with a glyph here, says no, you're not chasing me. Rev, you need to be careful. BKB comes out. Oh, so close to bursting in the Shadow Blade. Mars just pins him to the wall, and he is taking way more damage than he was just a moment ago. Lifestealer ports in. Huge stun comes out from the fish, and all of a sudden that Clicks is in a lot of trouble as well. He cannot turn him further out, so they're just sort of backing up at this stage.
Use your arcane boots. You have no mana.
Saving it for. And killed pretty quickly, but Sada thinking about going in here. He does have a whole bunch of damage. The Sven pops his ult to punch some cogs. Filipino Fish doing his best to just get out of there as fast as he can. Huge troll warlord. Now, hey, Elstaria, I was watching this RFA player play last night, and you know how there's just some support players that have got something. They've got some spice to the way they play.
Who is playing what on Radiant?
On Radiant side, well, you're in luck because here's one that I prepared earlier. Radiant side, we've got Ari, 1, Filipino rules.
Radiant. I know that Johnny plays a lot of Axe, so it'll be offlane.
Time for him to sneak away.
Yeah, the Weaver has the statics cap, so...
Oh, meanwhile, are they just dive in base? They do, they dive base, they kill the rat, and down goes... Looks like Filipino rules might need to be a little bit careful because he's posturing on Huncho here, but that bug is just waiting for nighttime to slither on in. Filipino rules takes a right click, thinks he might be safe. Tries to bounce from that. Hoodwink is a whole lot of damage, and again, Ghost is playing the edge of these fights perfectly. He's not even playing the rat this time, and he might just secure damage onto the Clinks. He does, he kills the Clinks. They take the Dark Seer. And I also just like seeing Ursa in the game as well. And I suppose that Ursa also means that we won't be having a Sven 1. That probably relegates him to support, I'd imagine. Unless they go...
And it's an important
I mean, Radiant's electing to stay, right? And if they stay, they are in a whole lot of trouble. The Root comes out to keep that Storm Spirit in place, but good God, there is some damage coming out, and that Storm Spirit just vanishes. Team, once again,
he still goes down, but Storm doesn't get a Galvanize stack, and he loses them as well. That's kind of, I feel like that was kind of a desperation play, because it's...
that you can sign to send to Valve to have Hoodwink removed from the game. If everyone could just drop on by, sign that petition for me. Meanwhile, top lane, looks like they actually take the Primal Beast. I didn't actually see what they, how they... and his warding, also phenomenal. And we can't forget those incredible calls that we saw coming out from Johnny as well. Johnny was making some beautiful, beautiful plays there as Axe. And even just his itemization, right? Like deciding to go...
Similarly, Radiant has also not taken the tier 1 bottom. Kind of surprising to see.
Trying to initiate onto Storm. Hard kill. Storm just zips away. Now I'm seeing...
Because he probably felt like he needed to. And you don't want to get a Battlefield and be like, you know what, I'm going to come to fights now. It's the same as like when you get a Midas, you're like, no, I want to chill out, like...
Over the cliff to get away from the big old dinosaur. And I wonder if she feeds herself to the tower here, rather than feeding the kill, because that Weaver will look for her. She starts to port, Weaver's coming up, he doesn't have the damage. Yeah, smart play. Just get... Exciting. Weaver band comes out.
Partially is by the fact that all the other like top things obviously getting banned out, and she's just like very four-man smoke. So I think you say worth as your spend there.
Space created, pink space created 5 times in chat. Guys, I'm not feeding.
As Muthi would say. And you always feel really bad as a Storm when you can't zip in and get a quick kill.
Clock looking for an entry, drops the flare.
I think they kind of just shit the bed in this lane by overcommitting and then dying for it, and especially the fact that can't push, so it's fine for him to die there. And they also, as you said, kill Darkseer, so it's kind of 1-on-1, and he stops them pushing high ground, so definitely worth. But
He gets away! He just slithers away, he pops his ult, drops a gotcha in chat! Right,
Ghost is...
He's gaming.
He is
call
gaming.
from Axe, this will be a dead Wyvern. Clinks, throwing some damage onto MGC. MGC sprinting. There is some damage coming in!
Oh, he actually...
He takes his first
crit.
solo pick.
If he doesn't get the crit there, MGC does not die. I don't know why both teams banned the Zeus. Is this some tech?
Scouts the Weaver, maybe? I don't know. I'm just
Yes.
throwing something out there.
You're playing a hero with a blink and just have a fucking bug on you that you have to then get. And as a Sand King, you're hitting it slowly. It's not like you can just get rid of it really quick.
It's a little bit here. The rest of Radiant is coming and he needs to be careful. The Axe and Sand King are waiting on the sidelines. And Axe could get a phenomenal call once again. No, not this time. The sun comes out.
Them, obviously, when he's alive.
Who's he using that on though? I guess Ursel?
Yeah, probably Ursel or the Wyvern. The Wyvern can definitely die.
Into that fish, and everything he has is about 300 damage, 350 damage. That's not a good sign.
Just in trouble.
For the
Hancho no mana though. He's gonna die.
Meanwhile, a bit easier, but he has been completely bullied out early. So, and sometimes in mid, all it takes is being bullied out early for a lane to swing in one direction pretty hard. There's that static slide.
And
Careful, Snap, you're out of position and there's a big cranky dinosaur behind you. He's just going to take a little stroll while he slams his hands and that Snap is absolutely gone. And this is exactly what I was talking about.
run. And now we have the Darkseer with the perma spell lifesteal thing going off.
And a couple of right clicks from Troll did to the Primal Beast. That was insane!
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty low armor, so the Shredder does do a lot out of Ball Lightning.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
I would like the Slider. Okay, the Slider has a gem.
Followed by the slow, the Glipnir, the Mars is pinned to the tree.
And no mana either.
Oh my god, they have vision down. Oh, and referee goes down top, hang on. His safety. Oh, bit of a whiff there, Johnny. Maybe just try with the spear while he's hasted.
Well played by MGC and a little bit of mistake. The Bushwhack tree.
Well, we had trouble, so last season in the division below this I played in a team, I think. And, meanwhile, back at the front of the fight, it looks like the Dinosaur is running as fast as he can from the Troll. The slow comes out from Slaughter Gang onto the Wyvern, but the Wyvern is free pathing currently because of that Arctic burn, and she...
It's mostly the much damage from the Primal, and some from the Wyvern, but...
Nice smoke, here we go. They did scan the Wyvern. Oh, look out. Oh, whiffs the stun. But he is going to reappear, Rod comes out. Do they go for the hook shot? Oh my god, he decides to just blink forward, but Mars is in the area with a whole bunch of cogs.
Now, so
he pops his BK.
Like, they want to fight with no Slatters with them, because not only is he very strong at the moment, but he makes the Slatter do so much more damage. Even the Hoodwink as well, his Acorn shot is going to do so much more damage.
The armor shot, right?
but as a support pairing.
Where's the? I guess the Sven stun. It is a good stun, but it's not a super long stun.
So the Wyvern mid did catch up in CS to the Sand King, but he's now once again just overtaking by a fair margin. I don't know why Filipino rules
try and stomp him down. He has to pop his ult, but they do catch Ghost on the sideline. But if Ghost is the sacrifice they have to make to deal with this troll, then I don't think they're too concerned. They do make a little bit of a misplay there and stun him as that Wyvern ult comes. Hero, even I would take it over a Clinks, I think. But who knows? Maybe they've got some sweet, fantastic potion brewing that we just can't see. We're not aware of the ingredients. I see that they've banned Quap. Oh, tries for the blink forward.
So the starter has queued up Manta, which I don't.
Storm Spirit looks like he's got a haste from how far.
Well played, I think. Ari definitely had a good game this game, but I think he definitely was enabled by his.
Ooh. Okay,
that's absolutely worth a little bit of a committal, I think, from Dire.
I am still shocked. I couldn't even get my words out. I'm so shocked how much damage one little shredder and you've got the catch. You're the person who can run that bug down, or silence it before it gets its ult off, or whatever it is. So it's always been like a hero that is super fun to play into as Earth Spirit because it gives you something to run after. And again. But what's surprising to me is that from my memory of this game, yeah, the Slaughter boys had.
He advanced really fast with it.
Smoked. They want something. I think they know that if they make a good catch, they can do what
Ghost
Radiant just did.
But I mean, these are pretty much the same bands, aside from the Primal.
Dire's turn to pick.
Yeah, pretty much this.
Catches him out. Storm Spirit zips in, catches the Dark Seer.
Got BKB, but no
towards the
TP
Mars.
for 3 seconds.
Mars could die here if he's not careful. They did.
Yep, I think anyone not wanting to grieve themselves would probably bet based on draft that Radiant takes this one.
But that's not to say.
Especially against the Storm, obviously, it's extra value, and against the Weaver as well. And it's something the last game that they lacked on the Dire side against the Weaver. He's
looking on the sidelines, and if they're out of position, he could get a phenomenal call onto them. Slaughter Gang goes down. There's that call I was talking about. All of a sudden, that Wyvern is in a whole lot of trouble. Down she goes. Can they kill the bug as well? Boo tries to run, but there is not enough Warcry in the world to save you from 4 heroes.
Yep.
Looks like they're picking out.
That was a +5 for, and I'm happy to see it because Clockwork spent so long being
just super obnoxious. But not as much.
Nice juke through the trees.
Oh, big cookie to get him away.
Yeah, I think that was 6 from getting the Wisdom Rune. And Dire hasn't got theirs. Sorry, Radiant hasn't gotten theirs yet.
Okay. hero.
Maybe there's just someone in the series that really likes to play Zeus.
Maybe there's a specialist. Yeah.
SF ban. I think SF has been
Punished. Oh, Weaver looking for more. Spear back towards Ari. This will have brought.
I don't know if that wall was worthwhile casting, but whatever. Ari is relatively poor, all things considered.
This Weaver, can you let it slip through again? Like, it just does so much, and maybe it was just Ghost making it look good, but it's got like vision, harass, off. Slaughter Gang and RFA need to run. Haste on the Wyvern, and Wyvern is applying some damage. There's two supports there, and they don't have a really big HP pool, and this dragon has a whole lot. But the Sven doesn't provide a whole lot other than a stun. Might be enough to get the Wyvern out, but he'll probably lose his life here, I imagine, against these three heroes with a whole bunch of lockdown and even more damage. There's the stun. Shards in the game. Oh, hang on, no, wait, never mind. They have changed it. Infest Explosion plays. No, that's not bad. It's not what I thought it was, but it's not bad. Meanwhile, they catch Mars. Mars, gone.
I think it's just Oaks in, so it'll be an even lower cooldown. So even if you do time lapse him and he's already used it, he'll probably have it
Oh,
up.
Rev. Careful. Oh! Predicts. Get out of there.
He's got
Let's kill onto the clockwork. Meanwhile, Storm, zipping around in the background, killing his supports. Pee-wee.
Trouble. No mana now on the Storm.
You need to be careful. Oh, hang on. Clinks is in trouble here, and MGC is chasing him down with the Iron Shell. Little right click out from Ghost, and down goes the Clinks. So no, I can see he's got a wand, and then what? He's got two Mithril Hammers queued up because he's thinking maybe Deso.
Going for Deso, but I don't know if that's the right play against a Sven.
Damage from the Clinks, but the Clinks to kill the fish. That Clinks.
They did see the Mars walking in.
Oh, catch onto the Clinks.
So I don't know why they staying Galvanite stacks, which is something you always have to remember playing against a Storm. That you're not just, it's not just deaths for Golden Egg
selection. We are seeing a few mistakes. This is comp setting, right? We're in a competition Dota. Hold up, hook shot onto MGC, and MGC is thrown back into the cog. Hoodwink and Snapfire, both of the very strong supports of the patch. But then again, so is Sven and Weaver. They're both incredibly strong as well.
One really aggressive, super aggressive hero in the Slardar, and then they had the offlaner and the Pods 5 buying auras, enabling him, backing him up.
We were taking just Mars Rat most games, any game we could get Mars and Rat. And one of the problems we bumped into, even though we were winning pretty much the whole time, one of the things we were blink in, that is a huge initiation from the clock, and now the fish is caught out of position and he might just go down as well. Big back wall. Is the back wall enough to save the fish? No, Slardar goes down. MGC hastes himself to get out. Okay. Not a believer, Ilstaya. Let's see if Daya can prove you.
Is under attack.
Benefit to Radiant because you want this Clinks to be you want this Clinks to have a good lane so he can like look for picks and stuff by himself.
I'm a dog with a ball and I'm running and running and looking for something to catch. It's like when I play against Tinkers or Storm Spirits. But then when it's a Weaver,
or especially from such a huge range, be able to kill the axe and kite him. And because he had no BKB, he was getting slowed so much by the Arctic Burn and the Witchblade that he just See
sick play.
EPX on the Weaver queue up an Orchid, and he does have the Oblivion stuff. I don't know if that's as impactful this game as just a
He's careful. This Mars trying to get in there. He still might catch someone with the ult here, depending on how he throws it. Yep, spear comes out onto the fish. The fish is pinned against the wall. In comes the damage from the very little. Coming out.
Oh, Unshowed tanking.
Oh, Storm!
Oh,
Need to remove aggro Storm if you're going to be underneath the tower like that. And all of a sudden, the lane has equalized. Ooh, a stun. A bash. Game of the series. Really, really, really tight. But they had a bit of troubles in the second series. Do you know many of these players? Do you know much about these teams, Ilstaya?
So I know Ghost.
Me rotating in, and this time he's brought the rat and the crab with him. But the crab is so slow from that Arctic burn. Ghost still just in between three heroes and harassing. They do
Multiple people in place. I think you just go to Gleep.
Pink shows on lane, and he likes to go and farm these back camps here. He is Roshtai.
Will always
I
So
think that was Harold drafting, and I think he set
oh,
up
I think they were
enjoy
cooking
it.
something.
He didn't want to draft. I think his team was flaming him so much more reliable. And in terms of, the Storm can still zip. People can get big hippies off. It's harder to react when you get blink stun from Fog.
Him, all of a sudden he's silenced, he force-stuffs himself over the edge, but the Sven just throws the stun. Out comes the big old shackle, and he drops a skeleton on death. In comes Storm, doing what he can to deal with that hoodwink as fast as he can. Weaver.
I think it's some hindsight.
Okay. I think maybe the tempo of the enemy team just put him down. I saw potential there, but I think they just needed more time. But anyway, Slaughter Gang did really, really well.
tower is under attack.
Herald question. So Big Bear, he pops his enrage, but then he gets hit with the oh, hang on, fair bit of damage coming out onto Filipino rules here. Just gonna slither forward, grab that rune.
Yeah,
and
he's
waddle
got his
way
two
back.
braces and his innate, so it's with 1,800 HP.
Slardar is stalking. We've seen what happens to this Clockwork when those two jump on top of him, and Clockwork is gone. Trading 4 for 4. Support, or a save support. You've got Ghost, who was in the early game making a few moves, but again, in this particular game with the Storm Spirit on the enemy team, needed to be closer to his team, couldn't make those cheeky pits out of it.
Wherever he is now all alone though, top. And it was good that they dragged the Weaver mid. It did give a bit of
His Zeus, his OD, these sort of things. So I see that Huskar ban. I think these guys probably either watched the stream or done their research. Troll and Wyvern!
Your hero.
I think this Clockwork should buy a Receptor. Even with
hungry.
dying.
The Ogre Seals up to the high ground, drops his invisibility, but Sven pops the stun. Mars. You should have seen the ults this Mars was getting, hey. Just phenomenal stuff coming out from him. And I love seeing a good for the Ags, the Bloodstone to shut that Ursa down. Like, super big brain plays coming out from Johnny there. A lot of respect for that player, but yeah, Ghost was nuts. Ghost. Gun out on the
thing
rat. That rat's gone.
You know that the troll has ulti, so it's going to be a difficult kill. So you kind of psych yourself out of going.
Huncho! Gets caught out, and that is a real big problem for the Radiant team, for the Dire team.
Yeah.
No Storm Spirit means no defense. He does have buyback, but this game's about to get really, really scary for Dire unless they do. He needs to just get up that hill! He is away!
Ghost does have Shikuchi.
Ghost is chasing. Puts out the vision. How long till Shikuchi's back up? 5 seconds. Blood Grenade again. He elects to burn a second one. 2 away. Don't know if you saw that.
The... Once again, Ghost, though, is just... He is showing why, like...
Aiming for mid here with this primal?
I think it's offlane. I don't think
Offlane?
it's mid.
Okay.
Unless they're confident that it's gonna be with the first wave.
This lane should get easier for him once he has, oh, hang on, look out. Going top. With his ult, trying to keep that troll off of him, but there's a massive ult that comes out from that hoodwink, who's on the side lane that he didn't try and kill, and of course he goes down because of it.
MGC kind of feeding for no reason there. That was...
Picked quite a bit. I know the division below this one has been picking it quite a lot because it's just sort of reliable. Hard to bully out a lane. Tends to farm pretty quickly, can come to fights early, so I like us.
Just at his build, he did have a...
Oh, Storm zips in, get himself a free Galvanize stack. Pick that hoodwink on the side.
But at
That's
the
why
moment, he's getting a Galvanized stack and then he's dying, so...
I think if we were to look at a heat map, the majority of his movements will be behind the enemy's mid tier 2, so...
Dire smoked here, they could get a nice kill on the wall. Yeah, his BKB was a cooldown anyway. But... Yeah, I'm not sure. I think that was the Hex reveal.
That the Spirit Breaker is picked, but the new passive XP gain on that hero is just so nice. Like, it just has such an impact on games when your POS 5 isn't 4 levels behind the rest of the team, because
he's just like walking back top, he's like half HP, he didn't get a kill.
Battle Fury delayed just a little bit longer. Although he's not too far, another 600 gold.
I think that's the benefit of their 3 heroes right now, is that you can sort of put them wherever. I have seen that, yeah, people have been playing it a lot mid, so it possibly is if it has a favourable matchup.
Here now, wants to come and play, but as usual,
not sure if they'll get
these
more.
very mobile heroes just get out there.
And the swarm just cancelling your blink dagger is so annoying.
Damage, and just like that, down goes Filipino rules.
Yeah, okay, I think we're both. I think both mid laners are making some very silly mistakes.
Oh, huge dodge from Ghost, using his ult once again. They need to be careful though, because the axe at any point can blink into these fights. They did just
and that
trade.
was 2 ults committed to kill a POS 5 too.
Doesn't need to go completely balls deep every time. Hey, you were right, it was 3,000 damage that came out from that axe in that last fight. 3,000.
Yeah, the stuff, it's nice. Hoodwink is sitting on his gold for his Atos. That'll help, especially against the Weaver.
Over by the Dire tier 2. Didn't actually catch it on camera, but he is dead, so there's no ghost in this fight. But I reckon they'll trade the bug for the crab. Yep. Once again,
And-
Ghost creates enormous amounts of...
But MGC does also have the possibility to pull off some nice little back
Look, turns up and drops everything he has on it. Bursts out and the bug just vanishes! Decides to pop rage and he just poured out.
And that is the difference between this game and last game as well, is that the axe last